And we welcome you live here on this sunny day at Benninger Stadium for a non-conference matchup between the Eastern Illinois Panthers and the Purdue Boilermakers here on Big Ten Plus. We welcome you into the booth. I'm Tia Slakaitis, and alongside me is Max Burian. Max, Purdue coming off a conference series win against the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Yeah, obviously it was a great series for Purdue. Just couldn't quite cap off the sweep.
Anna, a graduate student.
Interesting note on her. Her slugging percentage is the same as her batting average. She has 35 hits, all of which have been one-baggers.
And that's a strikeout there, starting things off hot for Ken.
Long hitters. I mean, Purdue saw it last time out against Minnesota where they just couldn't quite deal with the power threats that Minnesota had to offer.
And Klochek gets some weak contact, a fly ball out to right field. That one handled by Chloe Banks for the second out of the inning. And Klochek fires away. That ball's hit into center field, fading, and that one is caught for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning there from Kendall Klochek. We'll have to see what Purdue can do on the offensive side. Chloe Banks leading.
It's always a run threat.
And Banks chops one up the middle, and that one will sneak its way through for a single. Chloe Banks getting things started off here early for Purdue.
Maybe she'll take second.
Second one's going to get past the glove of the third baseman. That's going to be a single for Purdue. Runners now at first and second. Just could not get a glove on that one.
And see if he can get a ball in play and advance the runners.
And that one's slicing down the right field line. It will be caught, but Banks is tagging up and gets over to third. So now runners on the corners here for Gossett. And a nice job there getting the runner over. Delaney Reef.
Yeah, Reef productive out there, opposite field fly ball. And able to advance Banks, who was obviously tagging on that one. And with her speed, there was no way they were going to catch her, even if it's a medium deep fly ball like it was.
Gossett now at the plate. A bunt attempt. A steal, a throwback to third. Ball is dropped, a close play. Banks dives back in there safely as Brian Smith down there at third base. And strike three looking. Gossett walks back down to the dugout. And now 2 outs, just 1 out away from getting out of this tough jam.
Yeah, it's just 1 home run in the season, but 11 hits, 15 RBIs. That's good production.
That's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Fired over to first in time. And that will end the bottom of the first inning. Score deadlocked at 0-0 after Oslani gets her. Klochek fires the 2-2, and that's going to be a strikeout there for Klochek, her second of the day.
Yeah, Klochek's got the strikeout pitch working. 2 strikeouts.
Fly ball down the left field line. That one's getting foul territory, but it's going to be caught. Polar ranges out near the fence to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and that one.
Batter started to hit a slump, and she found her way in as she slices one out to the outfield, and that one's going to drop right in front of Polar for a single.
As well, everyone else playing straight up in the infield.
And that's just a infield pop-up. That one called and caught by the shortstop. Ashlyn Campbell makes the play to end the second inning. And Oslani comes in with one. That one's hit down the third base line, picked up and thrown over to first in time for the first out.
Yeah, nice grab over there.
Offensively earlier before the game started, but showing off the glove defensively on that one as a ground ball to first base, and now the second out of the inning for a 1-pitch out.
Couple of nice plays this inning.
In the inning, Oslani's going to have to do it again here. And that's a pop-up called off by the shortstop, and that one is caught. It's going to end the inning here for Eastern Illinois. We are still scoreless. She likes here up ahead of the count. And she liked that one. That's flied out to center field, and Ramos makes the play for the first out. It's a lot easier to stay in those close games and climb your way back out of them.
Just makes life easier.
And a 1-2. That one's fouled, tipped back, but a catch from behind the plate. Reef does a nice job squeezing onto that one.
It's very unlikely, but I've seen weirder happen.
And Crane tries dropping one in, but Ramos is able to get there with the shift, and that's going to do it here in the 3 outfielders out there.
Yeah, it is not typical to play 5 in the infield, nor is it really a high percentage play, I think, anymore, just with how talented players are now.
But it looks like it won't matter here as Wozlani's able to 3-0 count, looking to get herself on base. Wozlani delivers. And that one's going to be just a bit outside, and a 4-pitch walk here for Banks. As we see Mariah Poehler step back up.
With a bunch of sacrifices, so I wouldn't question if she did bunt.
Ground ball 6-4, and that one goes off the head of Banks. As EIU is trying to turn 2. Banks goes down for a second, but gets up on her own and jogs off the field. We see Poehler throw that one. Poehler hits that to the shortstop.
Oof.
Trying to throw it just straight off the noggin there.
Cage Rattler there for Banks. That doesn't feel good. Clearly see. And it did go.
Oh, they're going to call an interference on that one, and Poehler called out because of it. Another look at what just happened on the last play. A slide in from Banks tried to pop up and got in the way. Umpires decided that was for Klochek as she tries to wrap this one up. Here's the 1-2. On the outside, and it gets it past Grover for her 4th strikeout.
Yeah, just doing.
Klochek fires in, taking strike 3. A phenomenal job from Kendall Klochek, recording her 5th strikeout of her appearance in just the 4th inning.
Brings a lot stronger takes, but just coming up empty.
And strike 3, Klochek strikes out the side. 6th strikeout of the day for her, and man, she's looked great so far through.
Get through this smooth sailing and try and get into the deeper innings of this one.
And a ground ball past the diving glove of EIU, and that one finds its way into the outfield.
Bring it with that heater.
That was Lonzie with the 2-2. That one's hit out into right field, and that's going to be a single. Reef round second base, but she will stay. Now runners on first. Lonnie delivers. That one's hit on the ground, and that one sneaks to the infield as well. Hit there from Condon, rounding around third, but will not go is Delaney Reef. Here's the 0-1. That one's hit down the third base line, and they're going to say that one is fair. Coming around home is Gossett. Play at the plate. Slide safe. Purdue takes a 2-0 lead on the base, not from Scarmardo, and she advances to second, so runners on second and third with nobody out still in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, just going up the line there for Scarmardo, who's able to score 2 on what will surely go down as a single and then advance on the throw, but.
And here's the pitch. That one's going to be upstairs, ball 4, and that's going to be a walk there for Jordan Ramos. So now the base is loaded once again. Now coming up to the plate is second baseman Olivia Meeks.
Got really tied up in knots, but good work to try and stay alive.
And McKenzie fires that one in there, and that's strike 3, getting it past the bat of Meeks for the first out.
On a lot of these, just releasing it way too late.
And here's the 3-2. That one's driven out to left center field, going back towards the track, and that one's going to drop. The runners are going around the bases. 2 have scored, and stopping at third base is Jordan Ramos on the 1-out double by none other than the pinch hitter Kylie Franks.
Yeah, nice drive out to the left center field gap. Nearly pulling that in was Davey out there in center, but just couldn't pull it in with the diving effort. A 2-run double. Franks will just get the hitting done, and Campbell will go out into the field next inning.
And there's the bunt by Banks. She gets on with a bunt single. Runners stay at second and third. And that's now going to be bases loaded, one out for none other than Mariah.
To break this one open for Purdue. She doesn't have a ton of power, but the speed helps.
And that's going to be a single through the infield. And it did hit Banks, but umpire rules are safe originally, but they still get the force out at second base. A run does score. So now Purdue's lead increases to 5 as we take a second look at that one.
Well, I'm not sure why she was ruled safe when it hit her in the base path. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's an out, but I guess not. So, but she ends up out at second anyway because she thought she was out when the ball hit her.
But Reef looking to continue the rally for Purdue as they've scratched across 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's another stolen base for Mariah Poehler. She leads the team in stolen bases. So just half her pitches have been strikes as the line drive down the left field line, and that one's going to stay fair. Poehler scores from second, so a 2-out double. It scores 2 here for Delaney Reef and the Purdue Boilermakers.
And nice swing there from Reef, just yanking that in the left field, hitting the very base of the wall on the fly. And able to score 2 more for the Boilermakers as this one's really blown open now. 7 in on the frame thus far.
McKenzie doing her best to keep them out of the run rule as Gossett puts one just past the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to be a single. Reef stays at third, so now runners on the corners with 2 outs. Conant takes another ball as Gossett takes down to second base, throw to third. Reef is safe. Ball on the ground.
Offense.
Here's the full count pitch once again. McKenzie throws it past her, and that's strike 3, and that'll end the inning. 7 runs across on 9 hits, 2 walks, and Purdue. And strike 3, another strikeout for Klochek. Only averages around 2 a game, but she's got 7 here today. And man, oh man, has she looked phenomenal.
Yeah, Klochek has been dominant all day long. Take another look at it. Just another swing through.
Start something here in the top of the 5th. And that one's going to be a tip and a catch by Reef. Nice squeeze for another strikeout here for Klochek. Now 8 on the game for her. And Klochek on the full count. That one's just going to be a bit outside. And here's a walk now for Eastern Illinois. As Sophia Ullman close to a lopsided battle of Purdue. A 1-1 count. And that's a base knock up the middle into center field. Ramos gathers it, throws it back in to second base. And now runners on first and second. 2 away, 2 on. Klochek delivers the 1-0. That one's going to be a check swing dribbler to second base, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Nice job there from Olivia Meeks to wrap things up. McKenzie with the 1-0. It's going to be a bunt down the third base line. Beautiful play and safe. Good hustle there from Scarmardo to be out the throw for McKenzie.
Yeah, it's a terrific.
Appeared in. And Ramos drives one out to center field, going back. That one hits the top of the wall. It's going to be a double, waving the runner around home. And Scarmardo's going to score a huge double to put them up now by 8. Or sorry, rather, no, that's going to do it here as the 8-run rule is in effect. And a huge drive from Jordan Ramos to end things here at Bittinger Stadium.
Yeah, great swing there from Ramos, driving that to deep center field, just off the top of the wall. Just missed that perfect ending, but still, she'll take an RBI double to end it for Purdue. Just an all-in-out great performance from the Boilermakers. The offense just exploded in the 4th inning for 7 runs on 9 hits, and they just shut down Eastern Illinois immediately and throughout the game. I mean, the game ball's got to go to Kendall Klochek, you have to assume.